couple of weeks ago in satsang, the idea came up briefly of private thoughts, and you'd put a pin in it that maybe we could discuss it at another time. So I'd like to come back to that.
What do you think? What's your observation, your experience, your direct experience of privacy, of mind?
My direct experience is that I can only hear the thoughts that seem to belong to this body-mind. I have had experience with other people where there seems to be a connection of mind. I'll be thinking something and then the other person will bring that up. Not inferable contextually to the situation, just seemingly random thought picked up by the other person and then brought up in conversation. I do seem to have the ability to read cues and body language and, you know, the body's display of emotion and the subtle vibration that people give off of a general mood or disposition, but there are no specific words that emanate from others that I'm able to pick up.
So your experience largely is personal, that you're aware of your own mind space. But there is
Yes.
awareness of different layers of communication. Physical, you even referenced energetic. So there are different layers. Why do you think it's important to know? What would be the implication of shared mind, not private?
That we affect each other by more than just our outward action and spoken word.
Yeah. In a way, we already know this, don't we? Somebody shows up in a room. You know, you're in a room, you're in a gathering with people, and it has a certain quality to it. There's a certain energy in it. Feels a certain way. Somebody new comes in, maybe they're angry. You feel it instantly, don't you? You just know, right? It's important because it's a call to reclaim our own peace of mind as the greatest generosity, the greatest service to humanity. A sage would say to the entire cosmos. Swami Satchidananda would say, we are babysitters to the entire universe. He would say, you don't realize how powerful you are. It points to the reason why this is the most important thing. And it's funny too, isn't it? I mean, we all have the experience of a shared experience. Somebody's bad mood affects us all, or somebody's good mood can inspire us all. There's this one great YouTube video, I'm sure there are plenty, on the New York subway. And 2 or 3 people just go in and start laughing. Have you seen this? It's really marvelous. 2 or 3 people go in and just start laughing as a construct, you know, fabricated. But soon enough, it turns into real laughter, and within 5 minutes, the entire subway car is buckled over laughing, tears on faces. So how is it that, because we know it's a shared experience. How is it that we still think that there's anything called privacy? I mean, in a way, it's still pretty rare, I think, to be able to read somebody's mind actually, or to communicate telepathically, actually, literally, without speech. But I doubt there are many people who doubt this anymore. I know people who have conversations with animals and plants. Have you actually really contemplated what it means when you say synchronicity? Because when you say synchronicity, you mean not coincidence, right? So what does it mean then? The clearer the mind is, the more this is just how it is. The greatest service that any of us can do for humanity, for Earth and the environment, for peace, is to put an end to your own suffering. Put an end. That's not quite right. Surrender. To have the direct experience of peace of mind. It's why what we're doing here matters most. And oddly, most of the world cares not for it. How many people have had the experience going off on a spiritual retreat? And friends would say, must be nice, I have to work. I remember getting it from my family and friends. Somehow, they think it's easy. But you all know it isn't, is it? To be with one's own self, without distraction. And it's hard. But it is the greatest thing you can do for the world. This isn't an exaggeration or poetry, it's just an absolute fact.